The 2023 Mercedes-Benz S-Class plug-in hybrid. This is the S580e model, and we're going to talk about what's new here, and we'll go over some basic specs regarding this plug-in hybrid. Okay, so this vehicle is going to set out to be the most powerful S-Class outside of the AMG models. And as you may already know, the regular S580, which I'm showing you on the screen here, don't worry, the S580e is going to look exactly like the other S-Classes. But the regular S580, it comes with a 4-liter turbocharged V8 engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. However, the S580e is going to use the turbo 3-liter 6-cylinder engine from the S500. And this 6-cylinder engine is going to be paired with a 21.5 kilowatt hour battery pack and an electric motor for a total system output of 510 horsepower and 553 pounds-feet of torque. Just to give you some context, the V8 S580 puts out 496 horsepower and 516 pounds-feet of torque. So yes, this new plug-in hybrid, it is producing more power than the V8 S-Class, but the V8 model does do 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. But the plug-in hybrid, they're estimating around 5.1 seconds. So from a 0 to 60 standpoint, it is a little bit slower, but Mercedes is saying that this car is going to be quote unquote more agile thanks to the electric motor's instantly available peak torque of 369 pounds-feet. That's going to be available right away. So that certainly will have some advantages in day-to-day driving. And the S580e is going to make use of the e-active body control air suspension. This is going to be available, and this is going to prevent the sedan's weight from shifting around. So it's really going to control that mass, that body lean, and Mercedes really does some of the best suspension work. It really is witchcraft what they're able to achieve with their air suspension and how the car feels out on the road. When they say magic carpet ride and all of these little buzzwords, they're not playing around. All of that really does apply to the S-Class. And there's another benefit to this e-active body control air suspension unit. This car, if it detects that you're going to be in a side impact crash, the system will actually raise the vehicle. So the car will be safer in the event of a side impact crash, God forbid. But safety, definitely a huge part of Mercedes-Benz, and the S-Class continuing to be one of the safest cars on the planet. Regarding the range, you can expect a little under 40 miles of pure EV range with the S580e. Of course, they have not given us the official numbers, but that's the estimate, which is definitely pretty good, especially for a massive vehicle like this. As standard, the vehicle is going to come with a 9.6 kilowatt charger, but an available 60 kilowatt DC fast charger can bring the battery from 10% to 80% in around 20 minutes. And the interior is going to be pretty much identical to the regular S-Classes. It's going to come with those massive screens inside, and this is the part about this new generation S-Class that I just don't like. I don't like the fact that they just shoved these massive tablets into the interior. The previous generation, W222, had a ton of character with its interior, the way they did the air vents and everything. I really appreciated that, but most people nowadays, this is what they want. They want that hyper tech-focused vehicle. They want to drive around in a cell phone, basically. So this is going to appeal to those people, but aesthetically, I just don't really like it. Now, of course, you get the white interior, the white steering wheel. Sure, that, it makes it a lot more enticing to look at. That technology, you have to deal with it every day, so it's just something. Hopefully, you can just try it at a dealership, see if you can get used to it. But I do personally think they're just doing too much with the tech. But it's going to have, the massaging seats and the nightclub lights and, all the things that most people want today. This car has all of it in spades. And this vehicle is going to start at around $123,700, and that's going to include destination. So price-wise, it's going to sit right between the S500 and the S580. And this car is available to order right now. I think when I did a Car Guru search, there was around like 60 S580e models, but none of them actually touched the dealership yet. They're all in transit. So yes, this is absolutely a car where you're going to have to order it and wait on it, which is unfortunate, but I feel like a lot of people kind of got used to that after the pandemic. And sadly, the S-Class, just not a good car to lease, which is a complete shame to say, because the S-Class, I mean, look at it. It's literally a rolling iPhone. This is the perfect car to lease, but the thing costs an arm and a leg to lease, and it's unfortunate unless you're able to find a loaner S500 model. Those are like the only Mercedes products that lease out decently well, is loaner cars with some mileage on it and the models with the smallest possible engines, the entry level stuff essentially. So that's pretty sad. Even pre-pandemic, if you wanted to lease like an S63 AMG, it was like $3,000 a month. So sadly, these cars always kind of sucked, especially once you started to get into the more desirable models with the bigger engines, things of that nature. Right now, the best big body car to lease seems like it's the Audi A8 and the S8. Ton of incentives, like $12,000 worth of incentives, and pretty big dealer discounts I'm sure you can get if you ask for it, because that car is about to be redesigned. Since the Audi is the oldest flagship currently available, that should come with the best discounts and the best incentives. So if you want a big body car, you want to get a good deal, that's the way to go. But unfortunately, the S-Class, you can't finesse this. You really do have to have a lot of money to be able to afford this car, preferably a cash buyer, actually, since even financing, the interest rates are so high. You just have to be extremely rich, dump the cash, enjoy it, and sell it and not care about the resale value of it, which is a shame because the S-Class was my most favorite car. However, if you are coming from a W222 S-Class and you love the way that car feels, there is another option, and that is the Genesis G90, which I did a full review on, and that car captures the essence of the previous generation S-Class extremely well. It rides like it feels like it, it's about as quiet as the old S-Class, and it's around 100 grand fully loaded with all the nice features in it. So if you want to save between $20,000 to $40,000 compared to an S-Class, you could go with a G90, but of course it doesn't come with the same level of prestige and panache, but you know, that's going to be on you, what you value. It's a shame because pre-pandemic, cars like the Lexus LS500, the G90, these were dirt cheap lease cars. You could have got them for like $700 to $800 a month. Now they're like $1,300 a month, which just blows. And you can get like an Audi S8 for around $1,500 a month. But it is what it is. Yeah, no more finessing these flagship cars. They're just expensive. The demand for flagship vehicles, it's pretty high right now, and you're just gonna have to pay up for it. So that's the new S580e. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're trying to order this car. If you can share with us what the wait times are in the comments, that would be great. But I'll have my next video on the end screen here. Click on it and I will see you there.